Greetings, humans. Greetings. And welcome back to another fun-filled episode. Bear here, 29-year veteran of the woods. That's where bears live, people. 7 out of 8 TikTok women would agree. Rather see a bear in the woods than a man in the woods. It is, that's right, people, YouTube's #1 show by a bear. Man, oh man, we are running for the Democrat presidential ticket, people. I don't care what Robert F. Kennedy has to say about it. Oh, we'll get into that, man. Bear is not going to be slandered by a Kennedy. I don't care who he is. Junior, senior, whatever the case may be. We will tackle that head on, people. Don't you worry about it. Don't you worry about thing. Just when you thought it couldn't get any crazier, oh boy, it sure did. Great to have all of you here with us here today. Bear did survive the hurricane. We actually had, what was it, Hurricane Daniela, something like that, Hurricane blah, whatever it was, hit us. We came back, stood back up, said, no way, man. Well, you kind of had to stand up because a little bit of flooding going on, but we're okay, we're fine. A little bit of cleanup, a little bit of power outages. Had the internet go out for a little bit there as well, so we're all fine, though, people. We are all fine. Plenty of Floridians still hanging in there, so send your prayers that way. But Bear doing just fine here, so thank you for all the comments and concerns, people. Yes, indeed. Bear didn't blow away. Thank you. Thank you, Marc. Thank you so much out there. We're still here, standing strong. Again, more of a kind of a wind and rain situation. It's heading up the East Coast, so it's your problem now. Bear's all done with it. We usually have a lot of times when we have a hurricane, you're kind of looking forward to the day after. #1, so you gotta clean up and everything. But usually it's like humid and hot all during the summer, and you get like 1.5 days where the hurricane blows by, brings in some nice, a little bit cooler, but mostly drier weather. So Bear was enjoying that for about 1.5 days when we didn't have any electricity. Other than that, plenty back to hot, humid Florida out here for you good people. Yes, indeed. But Bear, totally innocent. Totally innocent from the charges of RFK. We'll get into that in just a minute. No different for the past few days. There you go, Marc. There you go. All right, let me get into it. We only have a couple. We'll get into our news story. Bear is chomping at the bit. Do bears chomp at a bit? I don't know. We're not in like a caravan or anything like that, so I don't know if we do that. But anyways, chomping at something out here. We'll get into that in just a minute. I need to find out where my campaign manager is. We need to get on this right away, people. But before we do that, we've got, if Bear can find it, vamp here for just a second. Oh, there we go. We've got, checking in on good old Uncle E, which, by the way, listening to the show the other night, it sounds like the campaign might be closing early September. Like the first, maybe very early second part of September there. So if you have not had the opportunity to go check out Cyberfrog 3 Red Extermination, you only got about, less than a month to do that. I think he'll start up another campaign, but hopefully we'll get a couple of extra covers out of that, especially if you got what you call it, the box. Oh God, what's the name of the box? The Cyberfrog box, whatever the heck it's called. The honeycomb box. If you got that, you get a couple more covers out of it, hopefully. So there we go. Campaign manager here. Finally, P-Money. Have you heard the disparaging remarks from RFK Jr? We're going to get into that momentarily. But let me get right real quick here. If I can find it here. We always try to check in on Gary Shipman as well. Come on, Gary. You can do it, man. You can do it. And Kit Carter as well. 128,000. It is closing up this week. Well, actually, let's awesome Aaron tell us all about it. Because he's got some Kit Carter news, people. Bear Fitted in 2024. There you go. There you go. Hey, everyone. Hey there. Here is the latest Kit Carter news. All the pages have been set to the letterer, and I expect him to be finished up by tomorrow. That would be today. Then to the proofreader, most important. Then to the designer to put the print files together. I just finished the... Gosh dang it, Aaron! The boldness! God dang it, man. I almost got through it. Always got through it here, people. I just finished the title page, copyright page, and the bonus art gallery section for the hardcover, people. This book should be at the printers later this week or early next week. Most likely. We are a month behind here. I just wanted to be behind where I wanted to be, rather. But there is always unforeseen things that pop up. Thank you for all your patience in this process, says Aaron Lopreste out here, people. So I like the cover. I think this is the hard book. So, pretty good. I like it. The monkey needs some beer, though. Missing the beer for the monkey, but other than that, looks pretty good. Maybe the stars might be a little too... he might have had too many stars in there. Might want to cut down on that. It's a little distracting. But other than that, looks pretty good. Yes, I heard about RFK women. May choose bears, but presidential opponents apparently don't. Oh, you have not heard. You've not heard about that. Glad to hear Bear survived. Now I just hope Jiminy Cricket is doing well also. I think he is on the East Coast, if Bear remembers correctly. Fort Lauderdale area. So they might have got some rain over there. That's about it. I think they're okay. I think they're all fine. Tampa area, if you're going down to the Tampa Bay Con, they might be a little wet down there. Kind of Bears area, a little bit more North Florida. Yeah, we got a bunch of rain. But we're all right. We're fine. Was without power for about a day. Let me get off of this. Without power for a couple of hours and without internet for about a day. So we did all right. A big thanks to the linemen out there doing plenty of work. Man, they get right on it, people. So thank you to all of our linemen out there. Not linebackers. Those are in the NFL. The linemen, the people that are, up on the poles. Not the stripper poles. I meant the electrical poles. Crying out loud. There we go. So I hope. We've been meaning to get Jiminy over here at some point. I need the official Blackman to tell us whether or not Harris is black or Indian. I think we know the answer to that, but want an official answer out here, people. Yes, indeed. All right, let me... 1 second here, people, because this made Bear so gosh darn mad, people. Totally innocent of all the charges out there. All of the charges. Let me bring you people up here. 1 second. Gosh dang it, Bear. There you go. There you go. All right, Jiminy. All right, P-Money. Need to get on this, man. Need to get on this. From Variety, people. That's where we go to get our political news. Just when you thought it couldn't get any crazier, RFK said, "Hold my beer. I got a story to tell you." Well, actually, Roseanne Barr, for some apparent reason. I don't know why. RFK Jr. releases bizarre video telling Roseanne Barr about finding a dead bear and dumping it in Central Park. You are leaving out the biggest stuff there, Michaela Z from Variety. He was trying to pin it. Trying to pin it on Cyclists out there, for crying out loud. You know how bad you gotta be to pin a murder on a cyclist in Central Park? Gosh dang it, man, I tell you. RFK Jr. pushed a video on his X/Twitter account. How long do we still have to keep saying Twitter? I mean, it's been about a year, right? I mean, can we just get rid of the whole Twitter thing and just say X? I don't know. X/Twitter. On Sunday, in which he admitted to dumping a dead bear cub in New York City Central Park a decade ago, people. In the video, which was seemingly released to get ahead of the forthcoming New Yorker article, Kennedy recounted to Roseanne Barr, as you should, people, how he came across a bear in the morning as he was driving to Goshen, New York, to go falconing. What the falconing? What the falc? What the heck? Falconing? Falconing? Man, you gotta be some fancy pants aristocrat to be like, oh, I'm gonna, what are you doing today, RFK? Well, I'm gonna, I'm going, falconing. Gonna go falconing up in, Goshen, New York. Other video, which runs a little over 3 minutes, appears to show Barr and Kennedy discussing the story over breakfast. Oh, for crying out loud. Man, first James Bond villain has a beer rug, now this. That's true. Dr. No beer rugs, there you go. Actually, I'm working on Goldfinger right now, so keep in tune with that. But, gosh dang it, before we get to that, we'll get to this. He says, a young a woman in a van in front of me hit a bear and killed it. Quote unquote, it wasn't me, I promise. A young bear, he recalled. So I pulled over, and I picked up the bear and I put him in the back of my van. Because I was going to skin the bear. What the heck, you weirdo? And it was in a very good condition. For a young bear just being run over by a van. Yeah. And I was going to put the meat in my refrigerator. What the hell? You crazy balloon. And you can do that in New York State. You can get a bear tag. Roadkill bear. Yes, indeed. What the hell? What the falconer's going on here, man? So he took the roadkill bear. That wasn't the end of it, people. Oh, no. That's the beginning. Bad of me to say, but way too clear for RFK voice. I don't care. I don't care. I'm out here killing bears. The falconing day went too longer than expected. Instead of returning to his home in Westchester, Kennedy had to go straight to dinner at Peter Luger Steakhouse in New York City. So if you're following along, RFK Jr. is going to go falconing. Then I had to go to Peter Luger Steakhouse, New York City. I don't know how the two compute there, but okay. Did he drop off the bear meat at the steakhouse? I don't know. Don't know about this. RFK likes his bear burgers. Yes, indeed. He then had to catch a flight after the dinner, which was also late. Of course. We Kennedys, we have a great time with flying. Indeed. Only the greatest things happen when flying. And the bear was in my car. I didn't want to leave the bear in the car because that would have been bad. So then I thought, at that time, this was a little bit of the redneck. Because RFK's a freaking redneck. Yeah, I believe it. I'm a redneck. There's been a series of bicycle accidents in New York. They just put up the bike lane so a couple people are getting killed. It's every day, and people had been badly injured. Every day it was in the press. So I thought I'd have an idea. It involved an old bike in my car. Somebody has to get... So, okay, if you're following along here, RFK Jr. Went to go falconing. And then somehow, there's a bear involved, a dead bear. And then he went to a steakhouse. I don't know if the two are connected. And then all of a sudden, he has an old bike in the back of his car that he needed to get to the airport too, by the way. I don't know. I said, let's go put the bear in Central Park. We'll make it look like he got hit by a bike. This isn't hilarious at all. This is horrible, people. Of course it got hit by a bike. I mean, sure, there's tire marks and it looks like it got hit by a van. I mean, not the car that I was driving in, but a van. Yeah, sure, it all's legit there. I insisted that he hadn't been drinking at the time. I bet the people he was with were drinking. How many times have you been out and about with all your friends, hanging out at Peter Luger's Steakhouse? And you're like, no. I gotta be sober on this one. I guess he learned from old Uncle Teddy out there. You don't go drinking and then driving afterwards. You might end up in a lake or a pond or whatever the heck it was in Chappaquiddick. I mean, I didn't know there was a lady back there. I mean, I had no idea. None whatsoever. He thought it was, quote, a great idea. It was a great idea to frame a bear or frame a cyclist. They killed a bear. The next day it was like on every television station. It was the front page of every paper, and I turned on the TV. There was like a mile of yellow tape, and there were 20 cop cars, there were helicopters flying all over it. Oh my God. I was like, oh my God, what did I do? You know what you did, sir. You know what you did. We all do. And there were some people on TV in Timex suits with gloves, lifting up the bike, and they're saying they're going to take it up to Albany to get a fingerprint. And I'm like, oh my God, my prints. They're all over that bike that I got from somebody else. They wanted me to dispose of it for some reason. So they're just throwing it in the trash. They give it to a Kennedy to throw away before he has an important flight to catch, apparently. I don't know, maybe. Kennedy noted that the story died down after a while. After I put in a phone call to the people in Albany, say, hey, these are my fingerprints. No. There's a man on a grassy knoll. Until a New Yorker recently reached out to him to verify details about the quote-unquote bear incident. Gosh dang it, Variety, there's no incidents. We all know what happened. Kennedy tried to falsely accuse a cyclist in New York City of murdering a bear that he probably murdered on his way to go falconing. What the falcon, man? Variety has reached out to representatives from New York for comments. They didn't comment back. Kennedy's decision to raise the video conversation with the bar will also raise eyebrows. The outspoken blue-collar comedian who starred in the hit 1980s and 1990s sitcom Roseanne had been on the fringe of entertainment in recent years. In 2018, Barr's come back with a revival of Roseanne. ABC was cut short when she made recent comments on Twitter. The former Obama White House advisor Valerie Jarrett. I think we're bearing the lead here, Variety. Gosh dang it. New slogan, bear won't eat bears, Bear Fetterman 2024. That's true. That's true there, Peabody. That's true. Even though I got a voice like this, I don't know why it's really squazzly and fluff. You kill that bear. No, I got you, RFK. First it was DeSantis. Now it's RFK. Gosh dang it, people. You know, Trump is the only one out there that hasn't tried to kill a bear. People. Man. I don't know, man. I mean, Kamala's got it all locked up, or so she thinks, but now to cut in the bear, yeah. No, sir, he survived. Survived without assassination. That's right, Robert F. Kennedy. His mom was shot by a friggin' hunter. Possibly falconer. That's right. Wait a minute, people. Did RFK kill Bear's mom while out falconing one day? Gets deeper and deeper, people. It gets deeper and deeper. He planned on planting a bear body and a bike. I didn't think of wearing gloves. I was at a steakhouse, Peabody. Where was I going to get gloves? I mean, if you're kind of loud, I'm a very, very fancy pants aristocrat that was just going falconing. I think they have one glove when they're falconing. I think. Don't they have a glove? They have something where the falcon grabs a hold of. So I had one glove, but out there I was like, I was like Michael Jackson out there. I couldn't do the moonwalk. Couldn't do the moonwalk. I only had one glove. The other one had Prince on there. So apparently he called in a favor, to get the heat off of, framing a cyclist in Central Park for a bear murder. How many bears are in Central Park? What the hell? What the hell's going on? What the falconer's going on, man? The heck? Bear's origin story just got a retcon. That's true. Yeah, RFK Jr. JFK Jr. went down in an airplane crash. Only the dumb one survived. RFK. There we go, and he's a falcon, huh? Killed Bear's mom. Crying out loud. Now it's personal. RFK. You better watch out. You better watch your back, sir. Better watch your back. Well, front. I don't know, whatever. Bear's not a Palestinian, but you better watch out, man. I don't know. Can I say that? Is the Secret Service going to come after Bear? I don't have any Secret Service protection running as presidential candidate out here, for crying out loud. It's the only reason I ran for president. Gosh dang it. Gosh dang you, RFK Jr. Gosh dang it. Yeah. There you go. For variety. Michaela Z. There you go. Anyhow, people, wanted to get that off here right away, people. Gosh dang it. Just when you thought it couldn't get any weirder. I mean, we only got 90 some odd days left, people, so hold on to your butts out there, people. Hold on to your butts. P-Money, get in touch with Roseanne Barr's people. I want to make a response to the spurless allegations out there from RFK Jr. going down in the gutter. Can't believe it. Can't believe it. I don't know, people. It's all downhill from here, really. How does Bear top this, really? I mean, I don't. Wait, hold on. Where is my? Where's my freaking Rick at? Where's my Rick at? Come on, man. This deserves a Rick. Gosh dang it. What the hell's going on here, RFK Jr.? First you go falconing and kill a bear? Possibly? And now you're gonna blame it on some cyclist? That's not gonna happen, RFK Jr. That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. That's right, Ridge. You tell him, man. You tell him. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen at all, man. Bear's origin story is getting changed by mainstream media, says Marc. There you go. My wife just asked, does Bear think P-Money has Hollywood sitcom actor connections? Listen, I don't care. When you took up the mantle of campaign manager, Bear expects a lot. No, I think she's been thrown out of Hollywood. I think she's long gone from Hollywood about now. Long gone. Bear says we should go to Tampa for vacation because there won't be any long lines there. No, there won't. Oh, P-Money went to see Deadpool. Not the greatest movie. There we go. P-Money. Deadpool, not the greatest movie, 2024. There we go. Oh, he continues. Not a bad movie. Laughed a lot. All I could really ask for. There you go. I suppose so. I don't have any updated numbers, anything like that. It's doing okay as far as Bear can tell out there. So, congratulations once again. I hope it was worth it. Hope you enjoyed it. All that good stuff. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Typical Marvel movie where it's like, a bubble gum. You get the sugar high, and then it's like you forget about what happened like half of the movie afterwards. So, I don't know, man. All right, enough of Rick. Enough of that. Let me get back here. Because we've actually got some Hollywood news, people. Some Hollywood news. Some grave news. While wife just responded, she is giving it more praise than I am. She said, fantastic. Holy moly. Well, we got it's not great, but it's not bad. And then we got a fantastic. So we'll just split it down the middle and we'll just say it's a good movie. We'll just say Deadpool and Wolverine, good movie, The Monies, 2024. There we go. Well, say hello to Mrs. P. Money. Hope you're having a great vacation up there. Hope you're having a great one. All right, page 6. Samantha Ryan, a Daisy Ridley, people, of Star Wars fame, reveals she's been diagnosed with a grave disease. Oh, Graves' disease. The same condition as Wendy Williams. Okay. A Daisy Ridley revealed she was diagnosed with Graves' disease last year after her doctor encouraged her to see an endocrinologist. New interview with Women's Health. We all got Women's Health. The Star Wars Last Jedi actress. Why do they have to put her age in there, for crying out loud? The poor lady. Looking good for 32, ma'am. I don't know. Is that a compliment? Sure. She learned about her autoimmune disorder, which causes the thyroid gland to produce too much thyroid. After she kept having hot flashes and fatigue. How is that any different? Well, anyways. I thought, I just played a really stressful role. Presumably, that's why I feel poorly, she said. Referring to her role in Magpie. Oh, we all saw Magpie, didn't we? Magpie. We are giving Deadpool a B, possibly a B plus out there. Marco Ferretti laughed, quotes, a lot. 2024. Yeah, I'm with Mark. B sounds just about right. Well, better than all of stage 4, right? I shouldn't say stage 4 with Daisy Ridley here. Phase 4, right? Probably better than all of those, one would imagine. Except for Shang-Li. What was the name of it? Chang-Li. Whatever the hell the name of it is. Hot flashes and fatigue. Oh, I am not going there, P-Money. Not going there at all, sir. Not going there at all. There's Wendy Williams. What kind of boots are she wearing? Those almost look like a skinned bear cub that you would have found in Central Park and said, hey, I need to make some boots out of those. And they says, no, that's evidence for an RFK investigation. They says, no, I need boots, man. I need boots. Crying out loud. Can't get away from it, people. Just can't. Ridley said when she was told her endocrinologist her symptoms, which including a racing heart, fatigue, weight loss, and hand tremors, the doctor told her that the feeling of Graves is often tired but wired. It was funny. I was like, oh, I just thought I was annoyed at the world. Gee, I wonder why. But turns out everything is functioning so quickly you can't chill out, people. There's no cure for Graves' disease. Ridley is taking deadly medication, has become a stricter about her diet and exercising. Look great out there, Daisy. Looking great. High-protein recipes spark so much good stuff in your body, people. The menopause side effect, of course. Weiss scent may be the key to better sex. Man, that's why we all need to get Women's Health. Figure that out. Hey, I mean, it's not a rug. Thank you, Mark. Thank you so much out there, sir. Thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate you commenting on bear skin rugs, crying out loud. I'm not super strict about it, but generally cutting down on gluten makes me feel better, the actress said. Who's been vegan for years. Terrible. I didn't realize how bad I felt before. That's because you need to eat a steak, lady. Not a bear steak, by the way. Don't go to Peter Luger's steakhouse. Then I looked back and thought, how did I do that? Ridley is also integrating things into her routine, such as infrared saunas, cryotherapy, massages, and acupuncture. I've always been health conscious, and now trying to be more well-being conscious, she's there. I do a fair amount of the holistic stuff. Well, you gotta do the whole stuff to be holistic. But also understand that it's a privilege to be able to do those things. Look at the guy behind her. We know what you're looking at, sir. Got you red-handed right there, man. Got you red-handed. Ridley, what? Ridley has been dealing with several other health issues as well. Developed stomach ulcers from the craziness of being cast in the Star Wars franchise. Aren't you about to star in another Star Wars movie? For the sake of Daisy Ridley out here, I stand with most Star Wars fans out there and say, Madam, your health is more important than another silly Star Wars movie. You did a great, quote unquote, great job there in the past couple movies there. Time to hand the baton off to a new generation of Star Wars aficionados out there. So I stand behind Daisy Ridley dropping out of the next Star Wars film out there. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Looking good out there. Yep, Disney Star Wars causes ulcers. I believe it. There you go, people. Dang it, Marc. God dang it, man. I tell you. Except for Rogue One and The Mandalorian, at least half of it. Wait, she was... Oh, yeah. The good ones. Yeah, Rogue One, I like the ending of it. I thought that was pretty good. I've only seen the very first Mandalorian episode. I thought that was okay. Haven't seen any of the other ones, so I couldn't tell you one way or the other out here. Again, Star Wars, it's not Bears Ballywick out here, so I don't know. Really, all the Star Wars fans are gay. They've said so. So, I mean, who is bear to argue? Who is bear to argue when I got my Star Trek? Oh, for crying out loud. Star Trek. Thanks, Bear, my wife is giving me the eye for staring at a side boob. Really? I mean, I guess if you kind of zoom in a little bit, mosquito bites. I mean, it's fine. Listen, I didn't mean to leave it on there. It's just, there you go. We're talking about Daisy Ridley. We wanted to see Daisy Ridley. Looking good, even with her grave condition out here, people. Grave condition. All right, moving on, people. From Star Wars to space. People. We've talked about this in the past. They're still stuck up there, people. They're still stuck. They went on a Boeing capsule. Of course, Boeing doing what Boeing's doing. They're stuck, people. At least the door didn't come off. NASA swallows a bitter pill. Delays SpaceX crew mission to make room for Boeing's Starliner. They're not making room. It's stuck up there. And they should just, kick it out of the airlock and let it burn up. Crying out loud. NASA is delaying its next crewed mission to the ISS. NASA and SpaceX were slated to fly the crew pardon me, people. Had some sushi earlier. There we go. Slated to fly the Crew 9 mission to the ISS later this month. But now the mission's been delayed by more than a month to late September. Delay follows a Boeing Starliner continues to remain at the ISS. It was supposed to be up there for 8 days. That was 3.5 months ago. Although Starliner's manufacturer, Boeing, is adamant it had concluded extensive safety tests of the ship, quote-unquote. NASA is yet to share details of an agency review that would give the potential go-ahead for astronauts Butch Wilmore and Sonny Williams to return to Earth on the same ship they flew in on. I wouldn't do it. Hell, find a Soyuz capsule and go to freaking Russia. You'll probably land safer than you would on a freaking Boeing. Crying out loud. Crew 9's launch date is moved to September 24th. Was initially reported by Ars Technica earlier today. And I think they meant NASA, confirmed it in a release moments back. In it, the agency cut to the chase and shared right off the bat that the delay was to enable, quote, mission managers to finalize a return planning for the agency's Boeing crew test flight, currently stuck on the orbiting laboratory. In its report, Ars had outlined that the teams on Earth had to update Starliner software. Sure, it was an update. That's what it was. To allow it to autonomously undock from the ISS, an aspect of its performance that NASA's Steve Stitch had also alluded to in a press conference. No decisions have been made by NASA. They'll continue to evaluate it, though. Sitting right outside, you wave at it, you say, well, maybe today might be... No, today's not the day. Okay, all right. Well, maybe tomorrow's not the day. Okay, all right, tomorrow's not the day. Maybe later this week will be the... No, not later. Okay, well, maybe later this month it will... No, not later this... Okay. Sometime next month, maybe? But, we really got to give that software update a little bit of time there. You hate when... you get the software update and it kind of does screwy things with your phone. I mean, just imagine re-entering the Earth's atmosphere. It says, gosh darn it, that dang software update just didn't work out. Oh well, that's alright. Boeing will be Boeing out here. I can hear Elon laughing from here. Yes, indeed. However, the agency planned to return Wilmore and Williams to Earth on SpaceX Dragon. Then it could have chosen to fly just 2 astronauts to the Dragon and have Wilmore and Williams join them when they return. Such a profile would have seen the Boeing astronauts spend more than 6 months in space. Again, they were only supposed to be up there for 8 days. And it would have meant that they flew in a ship for which they received little training. All they gotta do is sit in the back and wait for it to land. You're not gonna be flying it. It's a space capsule, for crying out loud. As of now, NASA and Boeing continue to analyze the data from a hot fire test, that took place in space last weekend. Because that's what you want in space, a fire. In NASA's latest press conference, the commercial crew manager, Steve Stitch, shared that this data could have been used to inform an agency review as soon as late next week. No rush. However, with no word from NASA since then, speculation has grown about Starliner's ability to bring the crew home. Yeah, probably not. That's probably a negative there. You might as well just undock it and let it float into space and just kiss it goodbye. Just kick it out of the door. There you go. This is why on the next time Boeing goes up with the space capsule, the CEO and the CFO need to be on that flight. And if it happens to crash and burn up, really we aren't really missing anything, to be honest with you. I would demand a Nintendo Switch to occupy my time, says Peabody. At least the view should be good out there, says Marc. There you go. There you are. I mean, but, again, sure, in the first 8 days, oh yeah, it looks great. But then after, 6 months, you're like, the whole floating around and, having to stick a vacuum cleaner to your pee-pee just so you can go take a leak. Yeah, they probably get tired of that. I mean, listen, I love the astronaut ice cream. Well, I used to. But you can only get so much astronaut ice cream before you go literally insane in space. And then what are you going to do? And what are you gonna do? Boeing employees go insane in space because their Boeing capsule can't return them to Earth. Because it was supposed to be there for 8 days, now it's there for more than 6 months. More than 6 months. That won't work. Oh, for crying out loud. Oh well. Oh well. It'll just smack into the rest of the ISS. Oh no, don't do that. That would be a fun re-entry event. There we go. We can stream Gravity for them. There you go. That's thinking. I like that. Since they are pretty close to satellites, you gotta imagine they could get a decent Wi-Fi up there. Well, you know who does have great, internet's access in space, don't you? It's Starlink, owned by Elon Musk. Elon Musk. Boeing, what the hell is going on with you people? Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 people. Ay, ay, ay. Crying out loud. Crying out loud. I don't know. Do I want to do this one? Listen, Google is now a monopoly, people. We're going to see about some antitrust busting out here. We're going to see whether or not. Anyways, it goes on talking about mainly about Apple. They're paying Apple. What was it? It was some crazy amounts. The minor amount of like $20 billion. 17% of Apple's operating budget. Just to have Google on the Safari, which you can change. It's the default search there. So there you go, people. They had a good one. Let me find out. Oh yeah, they buried it all the way at the very end here. Buried it all the way at the very end. In 2020, a good year, Google conducted a study looking to see what would happen to its bottom line if it were to significantly reduce the quality of its search product. Listen to this, people. The conclusion was, even if the company made search crappier, the revenues from search would be just fine. So all those folks out there that says, gosh, dang it, that algorithm, I type in Trump rally and it goes to a Kamala Harris rally. It's just the algorithm that's just screwing up, gosh dang it, people. No, they literally did it where there's like, okay, if we did a really bad job, they would still be just fine from the revenue. They literally could make it just awful and nothing would change. The fact that Google makes product changes without concern that its users might go elsewhere is something only a firm with monopoly power could do, the judge writes. Come on, Judge. Come on, man. Let's do it here. Let's break them up. Break them up into 1,000 pieces, man. Foundationally, antitrust regulation is underpinned by the idea that competition is good for everyone. Markets, companies themselves, but especially Yo Soy Beer. It's debatable whether, quote, consumer harm is still the right barometer to define monopolistic behavior in the internet age. Yet the US versus Google suggests that even one of the most innovative companies, maybe, for the past 20 years, now come on, 20, maybe 15 years ago, yeah, okay, late 90s, early 2000s, yeah, sure. Late, no, not at all. Can harm consumers the good old-fashioned way by muscling competitors out of running, deliver a worse product, and still make just as much money. There you go. There you go. It may not have professional shows. Thank you, Peabody. But he does keep shows family-friendly. Except for when showing side boob. Thank you. Thank you, Marc. Thank you. Thank you so much. Good old side boob. Good old side boob. Would you believe it, people? This is going to make the ancient aliens people just drive up the walls, people. Drive up the walls here. And zooming in. Wait a minute, hold on. There we go. Just in case. Just in case we are. There we go. There we go. There we go. Don't look, Mrs. Peabody. Don't look. Really, it's not even. Listen, Daisy Ridley is fine. I don't have any problem with Daisy Ridley out here. But I've seen 2x4s at Home Depot with more curves. Just saying. Just saying, people. Just saying. Hopefully, Mrs. Peabody can vouch for beer here. Taylor Swift concert canceled after ISIS plot. What? Crazy. People, Egyptian pyramids may have been built with unexpected help. Aliens. It's got to be aliens, right? Allie Griffey, New York Post. New study aims to answer this centuries-old question: how the Great Pyramids were built thousands of years ago. And its findings might have provided an unexpected possible answer. Did you guess water, people? Water! Although deserts are typically known to lack the wet stuff, the study published in PLOS One, a Public Library of Science journal. We've all got the, we're all subscribed to that, aren't we? I just told her we were admiring the Daisy Ridley tattoo. That's where my eyes went. Right there. Right there. Oh, good. I thought you were going to say bears built the pyramid. Well, maybe. Let's continue. The Step Pyramid of Dozier, erected some 4,500 years ago, may have been built through the use of a unified water-powered hydraulic lift system. Yes indeed. Look at there. It looks beautiful there in Egypt. Look at there. I mean, if you're gonna be buried in a pyramid, doesn't look bad. There's that same journal that discovered African samurais never existed. Don't tell that to Bungie. Is it? No, not Bungie. Who was it? Oh God, I know which one you mean. The Black Samurai in Japan. Yeah. What's the name of the game? I never played it. Assassin's Creed, right? Assassin's Creed. I'm trying to remember who publishes that. Gosh dang it, Marc. For crying out loud. Anyways, back to the story, people. You thought Bear was sidetracked. Nope. A previous theory surrounding how the Step Pyramid was built suggested that the ancient Egyptians used a system of ramps and levers to give the structures their towering heights. But the new, never-before-reported theory suggests the pyramid's architects used nearby canals for the construction, much like Egyptians of the time used canals to irrigate their crops. Yeah, potato. I mean, you want to water your crops and you want to, build a pyramid. It's all Ubisoft. Thank you so much. For that, we will look at Taylor Swift for whatever reason there. Not quite side boob, but there you go. ISIS plot. They're always plotting out there. Ancient Egyptians are famous for their pioneering and mastery of hydraulics through canals for irrigation. They are. Okay, sure, why not? They did have Moses going down, the river there, so maybe there's something to that. I don't know. This work opens a new line of research: the use of hydraulic force to erect the massive structures built by the pharaohs. Well, built by the Jewish folks there, overseen by the pharaohs, but sure. You tried, says Marc. Well, thank you. Thank you so much, sir. The study argues that the ancient Egyptians used pressurized water to float the pyramid's building stones toward the upper levels of the growing structure through an internal shaft in a process known as a volcano construction. Because of all the volcanoes there in Egypt. The researchers said that they'd found evidence of a unified water filtration and hydraulic system at the Step Pyramid that purified water from nearby canals and regulated its flow for practical uses. They believe the Step Pyramid may have been built downstream from a watershed, and that the nearby enclosure, which has long remained a mystery, was a massive sediment trap featuring an open check dam. There you go. There you are. Hey there, Melissa. Great to have you with us. We're talking about ancient Egypt here. Ancient Egypt. And the poor fellow with the poofy hair, the ancient astronaut theorists, they're wrong. They're wrong, Melissa. It was water. And possibly bears. But mainly water. Mainly water. First, Iran is trying to attack Trump. Then RFK is eating bears, and now ISIS is going after Taylor Swift. What a crazy world. I know. If Taylor Swift would have just stayed with Bear, Bear could have protected her. Not that other fella, the NFL fella out there. That's right. If you didn't watch the show a while back, Bear did have a very brief romantic encounter with Taylor Swift. Didn't last long, though. She wrote a whole song about it. Anyways, there we go. Or fair boots. Thank you. Bear fur boots. They also said they discovered the potential of a dried up ethereal lake west of the pyramids, which was likely filled up the dry moat encircling the pyramid complex. They had a moat around the pyramid, people. Way before the castles. Which they connected with a deep trench that brought water below the ground and up into the shaft inside the building. We have uncovered a possible explanation for how the pyramids were built using hydraulic force. Still not sure how that happened, but okay. The internal architecture of the steep pyramid is consistent with a hydraulic elevator device never reported before. The authors hope to conduct further research, understand how possible water lift system worked in more detail. So there you go. Somehow, not really sure how, but there you are. Water goes in, down a trench there, down a shaft. Question mark, pyramids. I mean, it all makes sense, people. It all makes sense to old Beer out here. Yes, indeed. And Amy as well. Hello, Amy. How are you? Hope you're doing well. I hope you were able to survive the crazy hurricane. Hope you're dry, apparently with power and internet. So congratulations. Hope you didn't get too much rain. Over there. So there you go. Bit windy and rainy. Rainy out here. Okay, well, yeah, that's what to expect when you have a hurricane. So, I don't know, we were without power for, a couple hours, and without internet for about a day. So, as we always say, thank you to the linemen out there. Thank you to the linemen. Quick work. They might knock us down. Those linemen, they get back up on that pole and get us back to electricity, people. Back to electricity. Well, thankfully, I should say. Let me take a drink. Thankfully, you stopped after we were looking at Daisy Ridley's quote-unquote side boob. Side boob out here. Yeah, I hate that, Amy. I really do. I would have slept through it if my phone didn't put a storm watch alarm. Yeah, you can't even mute it either, I don't think. Beep, beep, beep. Yeah, it's because it came ashore, gosh, like 4 in the morning, 3, 4 in the morning. Bear stayed up till, I don't know, it was about 2:30. I was like, okay, we're going to be all right. We're going to be okay. Went to sleep, then the power went out. But, yeah, there you go. Thank you, Amy. I hope you do well out there as well out there. Marc has heard of stories of spiders falling from the sky. For it to rain snakes, frog, and fish. I sure hope so. The fish part. Definitely the fish part. Yes, indeed. Alright, and finally, people, from the JC, not Jesus Christ. That'd be the Jewish Chronicle. Two different things there. Two different things. The Fall, people. Inside story of how Israel assassinated Ismail Hayani in Tehran. We're going to claim minute by minute, people. The Hamas boss, which was decided on after October 7th, necessitated a complex set of arrangements from a network of Mossad spies. Here we go. Let's check it out, people. Let's check it out. Oh, these poor fellas. Oh, they're so sad that, the guy that just, murders people left and right, he's gone. He's just poof. Kaboomed. Kaboomed, if you will. As has been universally assumed, although not confirmed, Israel was indeed responsible for the killing of Hamas leader, I don't even know how you pronounce it, the fellow there, in Tehran last week. But the Jesus Christ can reveal that the JC can reveal, the explosive device placed under his bed was planted by two Iranian recruits by the Mossad after the Ansar al-Mahdi security units of the Revolutionary Guard Corps, the very people who were supposed to secure the building and its guests. Whoops-a-doodle. The Iranian themselves realized this after the assassination when the guards were seen on security cam footage on the day of the assassination moving stealthily in the hallway towards the room where the fellow planned to stay, opening the door with a key and entering the room. 3 minutes later, the guards, who were offered a 6-figure sum each, as well as an immediate relocation to a northern European country, Finland? I'm just going to say Finland. Were captured on camera, calmly leaving the room, going down the stairs towards the main entrance of the building, leaving and then getting into a black car and speeding away. The guard at the parking lot checkpoint recognized them and opened the gate without asking any questions. An hour later, they were smuggled out of Iran by the Mossad. Mossad, people. Reports have suggested the device was placed in whatever the fella's name room weeks or months before the explosion. This is wrong, people. Security cameras show it was placed on the day of the explosion at 4:23 p.m., some 9 hours before it was activated when what's-his-face entered his room. The explosion was set off remotely by a robot. Set off remotely by a robot. Okay, a robot, a Jewish robot killed him. Took place after midnight at exactly 1:37 a.m. To prevent possible detection, the Mossad planted a flat brick explosive, 3 inches wide by 6 inches long, that was fastened to the bottom of the bed to minimize harming, quote-unquote, innocent civilians. I mean, wasn't that like the collection of bad guys all at once? I mean, couldn't they have just brought down the whole building? We need to make sure we don't hurt anybody innocent there. They used a bomb known for its precision when they targeted only the fella's room. As a result, only one specific area of the building was damaged. There you go. His assassination, which was decided on after October 7th, necessitated a complicated set of arrangements from a network of Mossad spies dispersed throughout Tehran, including local Iranian collaborators who had been active in Iran long before the Gaza war. Over the past 20 years, Israel has been gathering intelligence about Iran's effort to develop nuclear weapons. This intelligence, in addition to the recruitment of 2 IRGC members, enabled the success of the operation. Hope that Jewish robot wasn't working on Saturdays. Following the decision to carry out what's-his-face's assassination, the Mossad began searching for a suitable opportunity to strike. It emerged when what's-his-face was invited to Tehran for the new Iranian president's inauguration, because the other guy flew into the mountain. The Mossad, with the assistance of the intelligence unit 8200, Unit responsible for clandestine operations, people. Intercepted phone calls between the organizers of the inauguration and the invited guests. When What's-His-Face confirmed his arrival, the Mossad began executing its plan, eliminate What's-His-Face in the guardhouse where he usually stayed during his visits. Mossad then sent their own agents to visit the area regularly to supply the operational logistics, map every street and alleyway, identify potential escape routes, and check the building's security measures. Apparently not all that great. So am I the only one picturing a Gundam with a hat for the robot? It's a menorah, it's not a little hat. The guest house was perched on a hill and surrounded by a forest of towering trees, which made it very difficult to observe the building. But Israeli improvisation and creativity kicked in. 5 agents dressed themselves in green clothing and simply climbed the trees closest to the building, while camouflaged by the green color of the trees. Now the view was cleared for them, but Mayor could have done that. Man, oh man, I don't know, we can't see the building clearly. I know, how about we dress in green and climb a tree? There we go. Excellent. I mean, we've got satellites and we've got drones, but forget all that. Green clothes and a tree. Perfect. And the robot, too. When the Jewish robot took him out, did the robot say Mazel Tov? Ba-dum-bum. You're eliminated. I don't know. Their role was to report as soon as What's-His-Face arrived at the building, having memorized his car's color and license plate number. In the absence of a source inside the building who could inform them when What's-His-Face entered the room, another Mossad squad, also dressed in green, climbed into the branches of the tree and watched the building from an angle where the room of What's-His-Face was facing them. You wonder if the Iranians are now just going to, cut every tree in Iran. Those infidel trees. Their role was to notify the bomb operator as soon as the light went out in Irenee's room. Was that the robot? Was the bomb operator the robot? The Jewish robot? At 1:20, all the invited guests arrived at the guest house. What's-His-Face entered his room after exchanging goodbye hugs, I'm sure, and handshakes, while his bodyguard stood outside his door to keep him safe. Didn't work. About 10 minutes later, the light was switched off. Pastoral silence fell over the guest house area. Wait a minute, hold on. So they had a small bomb underneath the bed of the guy, right? And it was supposed to be so targeted that it just got him, right? It just got him and, nobody else, right? So, at the moment the operator did the explosive, the robot apparently, that shook the entire structure. What's-His-Face was killed immediately. His bodyguard, Wasim Abu Shabba, blah, 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 critically injured and subsequently died after heavy bleeding. Poor guy. I mean, he's just a wanted terrorist after all. But okay, all right. So you got the bomb on the bed, right? It's supposed to be just so small enough it's supposed to take out the one guy, but it took out his bodyguard as well. So was the bodyguard in the bed? Was he a very, very professional bodyguard? He wasn't going to let him out of his sight, or, is there some other little hanky-panky going on there? Little hanky-panky going on. Did the bed survive? I don't think so. Poor bed. Following the assassination, Iranian security authorities raided the guest house compound, arresting 28 senior military officials. Death to Israel, we are going to attack. But also we are going to arrest all of our military officials. And headquarter personnel who were present. All their electronic gadgets were confiscated. We gotta find those dang Israeli robots. To search for the communication. Iranian agents scanned the entire facility inch by inch and analyzed the security camera frame by frame. When they discovered that the members of the IRGC were involved, they were not surprisingly enraged. They weren't. They were not surprisingly enraged. The next day, when they threatened to inflict serious punishment on Israel, this was as much to do with the humiliation as because of the death of the senior Hamas official they were hosting. Mossad had multiple opportunities to eliminate what's-his-face. In Qatar, gosh dang it. Why? The poor bed. Yeah, won't we think of the bed, people? But Israel refrained from doing so, but Qatar served as a vital negotiator between Hamas and Israel over the hostage crisis. Really, how well has that been working out, huh? Huh? Yeah, let's just bomb Qatar, just in case, just to make sure. Carrying out an assassination on Qatari soil might embarrass Qatar, the poor folks, and jeopardize any future peace accord between Israel and Qatar, that had been under discussion before the Gaza war. Well, why don't they do it now? What's the holdup? What's the holdup, Qatar, whatever the hell. There we go. There is kaboom. Kaboom! Just the one room. Somehow took out the bodyguard as well. A little bit of hanky-panky going on, I assume. A little bit of hanky-panky there. So, there you go, people. All those are in the description if you want to go check it out for yourself, including little side boob there from Daisy Ridley. We got to just make sure that P-Money. Make sure. We gotta make sure for P-Money that he gets the image right, in his mind. It's stuck there in his mind. He's like, I really like that Star Wars actress. I want to just make sure that, I have one last picture of Daisy Ridley before she has to, quit Star Wars because of her illness, people. Because of her poor illness, people. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Hanky Panky, he really did go out with a bang. Hey! Hey, Miguel, great to have you here, sir. Sadly, he says, World War III is near. Give it 2 years max. From now to start. I mean, heck, it could have already happened. We never know. Never know. I mean, listen, it was... hold on. They were supposed to bomb Israel right about now. Hold on one second. Let me just double check and make sure. Make sure it was still here. The last time it was breaking news. Oh no, I gotta do a James Bond watch along. I don't see nothing. Maybe later. Maybe later on. But yes, we are going to try. Probably late this month, early next month. About halfway through right now, getting all the pictures and everything. If you enjoyed our James Bond watch-along, of course there was an attempted assassination last time Bear did it, but if you enjoyed it the last time, we're going to try and do Goldfinger, one of Bear's favorite movies of all time. Really enjoy that, so I want to get a great show for you good people out there. Bear will let you know ahead of time when that's coming up, but I just want to let everybody know. Doing another James Bond watch-along here. Fun stuff. Hey, that's the slogan. Bear 2024, Bears to stop World War III. Well, we gotta stop all those Falconers first. That's apparently priority number one, people. Gotta stop that. Never say never again. Was that the older Sean Connery one? I'm trying to remember. I know they had Never Say Never. What was that? The fourth or the fifth? The one where he was in Tokyo, right? That was Never Say Never, I think. I might get that wrong. I apologize. I know I was gonna do Thunderbolt. That was gonna be the one after Goldfinger, if Bear remembers correctly. And then maybe the one where they're in Tokyo. That That was kind of interesting. James Bond in Japanese face. Very, very interesting there. Well, we actually had, what was it? English lady as a Chinese lady in Dr. No. So, I mean, I don't know. Kind of par for the course, I guess. I'm wondering. It's a Bond song for sure. Yeah, I know that. I know that. Amy is asking about the Falconers. All right, let me go back. Let me just to review here. To review for you good people. Daisy Ridley, side boob. But before we did that, the breaking story that got Bear all twisted up here. Twisted up. Robert Kennedy Jr. releases a bizarre video about finding a dead bear and then dumping it in Central Park, Amy, to frame a cyclist. You know, he ran over it with his car while going, he was saying he was going falconing. Falconing? He was going to go with a falcon somewhere. And he killed a bear. Somebody else killed a bear, whatever, who cares. He put it in his car. He then drove to New York City and had dinner at a fancy steakhouse. With the dead bear still in his car, mind you. And also a bike that he got for some reason. And while everybody else was drunk at the steakhouse, but he wasn't. Not Robert F. Kennedy Jr. I wasn't drunk at all. They came up with a plan. We're gonna put the dead bear in Central Park. And put the bike there. Make everybody think the cyclist ran over and killed the bear. And then he left his fingerprints on the bike. The police showed up and it was a big national news story. And he was like, oh my God. Had to call in some favors out there. Much like Teddy did when he killed that guy in the car. So yeah, that is Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Killed a bear while going falconing, then took it to a steakhouse. Then thought it was a great idea to put it in Central Park and blame a cyclist for killing a cub bear. And we were wondering whether or not Robert F. Kennedy Jr. one day while falconing might have killed Bear's mother as well. So we shall see. We will follow that lead. If you didn't think the 2024 election season was crazy enough, RFK said, "Head my beer, head my beer." Falconing. Falconing. Thank you so much. Yeah, Miguel Bear is running for president, and this is what he's got to go up against, man. RFK going falconing. Falconing. There we go. Evil powers want a new world war, says Miguel. That's true. And Trump is a wall against that. We all hope. Knock on wood. Bear said he would wrestle Vladimir Putin over the Ukraine. Whoever wins gets to keep it. So I will try. I haven't figured out how. Well, Bear can climb trees, so maybe he can become a Mossad special agent and take out the Iranian leaders there. We like our Iranian people, just not the crazy mullahs out there. So maybe we can do something with that. Yeah, 1983, Sean Connery, Never Say Never Again. Yeah, I thought so. That was a weird one. Like, they didn't have, like, the credits for it, so he couldn't call himself James Bond or something like that, or I know they couldn't use the music for it. Bear's only seen it, like, once. That was a long time ago, man. Yeah, I'm not gonna go see that one. Not considered canon. That's true. Let me go back here. Falconers, yes, we got that. I don't think that one was actually a film. Maybe it was. Yeah, it was. We found that out. They're trying to get Trump KIA because Trump doesn't want new wars and don't spend tax money in war preparations of other nations. I believe that is true. Let's see. Sadly, you use the same voting machines as Venezuela. Well, we can't say that. What was it? who was it? It wasn't Diebold. What was the name of it? What was the name of the company there? God, I can't remember. What was the name of it? Anyways, the electronic voting system. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about, Miguel. I can't remember the name of it there. Yeah, we got, luckily not here in Florida. Luckily we still have the paper. It's kind of like the Scantron. Like if you were doing the SATs or something like that, you fill in bubble A or bubble B or something like that. It's still on paper. You know, they scan it in, but they still have the paper record if they need. So, not here in Florida, but Dominion. Thank you. Marc, we were on the same wavelength there. We were on the same wavelength. Right at the same time there. So, yeah, Dominion. We can't say, Dominion's a fraud company that engages in electoral interference, because they might sue you. They really might sue you. You wouldn't want to have that happen. Not at all, Dominion. No, you're all up on the up and up there. All on the up and up. All on the up and up. All right, I'm missing something. I like Bear's new verb balcony. Yeah, there we go. That would be a point to bring up in the debate, says Amy. If Democrats ever have debates again. I like the part where Vance went out either today or yesterday and tried to confront Kamala coming out of her plane. He's like, hey, why don't you answer any questions? And she like ignores him. He's like, well, that's all right. I'm just here to check out the plane that I'll be flying in a couple months. So I like how he was trolling her. It was great. That was great. Need to get that in the dictionary. Yeah, I agree. I feel like Russians might wrestle bears as a sport. Might need to practice before the event. Yeah, that's right. That's true. I probably should get in a little bit of practice before we do that. So I hear you, Amy. Thank you. Never Say Never Again was not the same production company. Yeah, anyways, it's going to be Goldfinger, if I recall correctly, Thunderball, and then I believe it was Never Say Never. Or no, You Only Die Twice, right? I think it was You Only Die Twice. The one that they were in Japan with, with the underground lair and the space rocket that they were going to shoot up. Gosh, I think that's the one. Anyways, probably going to do 5. Wanted to do all of the Sean Connery, except for the 1981. All of the Sean Connery James Bond, because had fun with the Rambo. So Miguel knows all about the Rambo. He's talking about beer and the knife, the Rambo knife. So no, well, actually no. We did have a knife the last one. He stabbed the guy in the arm there. Yeah, on the train. So, yeah, we actually did have a knife. I forgot about that. You Only Live Twice. There, thank you. I think that's the one. I forget which order it's in. I remember the first 3, then it gets lost on beer. In the news tomorrow morning, a talking bear was just sued by Dominion. They're going to take all of Bear's salmon, for crying out loud. Capture the carnage on film. Capture all of the carnage. All of the carnage. Yeah, Bear, where is your Rambo knife? I actually, shoot. Let me, hold on, Miguel. Hold that thought. Let me see if I can get I need to clear off a spot. 1 second, Miguel. Let's see if this will come up. 1 second here. Miguel, I've already got one, pal. I think I showed this the last time. Let me see if this will come up. I need to bring in the camera. 1 second, people. I'm sorry, people. We were getting sidetracked here. Okay. Oh, let me go get it. I don't know. Can Bear show knives on YouTube? I don't know, man. We'll find out here. Let's see. There goes. There's that. All right, 1 second, people. All right, there we go. There we go. Yes, there we are. So there you are. Oops. Oh my God. Hold on 1 second. I lost my fingers. Lost my freaking fingers, man. That really hurts. Really freaking hurts, man. I tell you. You didn't see that. That was a complete screw up. That never happened. Never happened. Never happened. Anyways, let me do the thing with the thing. Your claws are naked. I know, it hurts. It hurts so much. That's why they just aren't working the way that they usually do. There we are. There you go, Miguel. Sorry I don't have the best light. Do I have one? Here we go. Let's try that. Let's see if might be a little bright. Turn it on. Come on, beer. There we go. That's it. That might be a little bit better. So there you go. There you are. Nice little knife there. Let me see if I can bring it up for you good people. There you go. It's sharp too. I want to cut here. We'll do this. Yeah, there you go. So it cuts right through, man. Cuts right through. Like a butter. Good stabbing knife. There we go. There you go, Miguel. Hope you enjoyed. Carbon steel or stainless? Beer didn't make it, so I couldn't tell you. I think it's carbon. Just double check. Double check here for you. Let's see. Does it say? I believe it's carbon steel, if I'm not mistaken. If beer is not mistaken. Yes, it is custom. Very custom. It's got a nice handle. I don't know if you can see that, but you got a nice little. Can you see that? There we go. Nice little handle there. Pretty cool. There we go. Now we can see it. I'm sorry, I wasn't set up to do any filming here, so that's why. Beer's a little bit behind there. There you go. But yes, nice knife. It'll cut. It will cut. That's for sure. So thank you, Miguel. Thank you so much. I mean, it's not supposed to be like a Rambo blade or anything like that, but there you go, people. There you go. So maybe one of these days I'll bring that out in a box open just to show off for you good people. There you go. Anyways, let me get back. There we go. There's that. All right. Amy, DNQ tonight. I'm running way past here. So I know you guys. They got places to go if they're doing a DNQ tonight, so hopefully... I didn't get around to it the last time. I apologize, so... Yes! Exclamation point, she says. Alright, well... hopefully Bear will be over there, joining you guys just a little bit. Drawing Dr. Doom, people. Dr. Doom. Is that going to be Tony Stark? It's going to be Tony Stark as Dr. Doom. That's such the weirdest casting. I don't know. Yes, Bear did need his beauty sleep. Holy cow. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Tonight on Bear's show, side boob and naked claws. Naked claws. Yes, indeed. That could have been the other... that could have been the other thumbnail for today. Naked claws. Inside boob. Coming at you. Coming at you live. I should ask her sister. Well, I hope Melissa does pretty good for you guys. There you go. You need a new channel unboxing comics with different custom-made knives. This is the only one the Bear has. Made in your town/state. Well, it was made in Florida. I can tell you that, Miguel. It was made here in Florida. Shut up, Amy. The gloves seem like a good fit. Listen, I had no idea we were going live here and all that stuff, so you didn't. Listen, just put that out of your mind and just think of falconers. So, there you go. There you go. All right, Bear is way way long here, but it was great to have all of you here with us. Talking about RFK and pyramids, side boob, space, and even Israeli robots out there, people. But want to thank everybody. Peabody, Amy, great to see Miguel here as well. We're missing still Jiminy Cricket, so if we see him tonight, say hello to him there. Melissa as well. Can't forget Marco for Anthony. Can't forget, am I forgetting anybody else? I'm not the Russian bots and lurkers. All of those people. Yes, indeed. But you know what? All this talk about side boob and gloves, for some reason, has made Bear hungry. So he's going to head back into the woods. So until next time, grrr. A grrr. Night, everybody.